Today we get to kick off a brand new season. Welcome to Season 4 of my South City Triceratops Walk-On Dynasty. Last season was a pretty eventful one. We went 10-3 and managed to win a bowl game, but now in Week 1 we get to take on the Memphis Tigers. However, before we jump into the game, there are a few things to take care of, like the Heisman watch list. We are not on this one, but I am hoping if I can play with Curtis Burton the way I played last season, we might find our way on this list. We also have a preseason All-American, and that'll be our starting middle linebacker, Kellen Rice. He had a terrific season last year. He's looking to repeat that. We also end up with wide receiver Wesley McKinney on the preseason All-American list. And for all conference, McKinney and Bain both make it, so two of our receivers from last season, Jalen Shelley, Kellen Rice, Isaiah Sims, Rich Hall, and Brian Edwards, all make all-conference first team, even though, once again, I don't think there's an all-conference for the independents, but Manny Hughes will make second team tight end, Mike Snyder at defensive end, and then we get Adrian Jordan and Jarvis Nelson at corner, and then we have Sean Smith at our kicker, and I highly doubt that he's going to have a terrific year. Last year, he has never missed a kick, but we don't kick a lot of field goals here. In the preseason top 10, you can see it is Alabama, Penn State, Michigan, Georgia, Notre Dame, Syracuse, Texas, Utah, LSU, and Washington. We are obviously not in the top 25 to start the season. We did end last year in the top 25, but this year we begin all the way down at number 58, so we have a ways to go to get ranked again. But now let's go over our depth chart to start the season, and obviously at quarterback we will have Curtis Burton and Eli Cox will back him up. I'm hoping we'll have to use Cox this season, but I do run a lot with Burton, so it wouldn't shock me if he got injured at some point. At running back, Jack Overrocker returns as a 77 overall, and then we have our new player in Tyler Anderson, a JUCO transfer. He comes in as a 76 overall, and Ryan Hill will be the third string. I know Ryan Hill played really well at one point last season, but the ratings for Anderson kind of speak for themselves here. Now, wide receiver is going to look a bit different this year. Wesley McKinney will line up on the outside. He was in the slot last season. Josh Bain will line up on the other side. And then Adam Watkins, a JUCO transfer, will actually line up in the slot this year. The reason being is because I throw to the slot a lot more, and his catching is a bit higher, so hopefully he won't drop as many as McKinney. And then our wide receiver 4 will be Donald Johnson, a true freshman. And then we have Dustin Daniels. Daniels does have 99 catching, so I'm hoping he can still find the field, but his speed rating is really what got him buried on the depth chart here. Our tight ends are going to remain the same this season. Manny Hughes will be the starter. The backup will be Bo Hicks. He came in one time last year to catch a touchdown, and I thought about making it Tyler Anderson, but that catch rating at tight end is absolutely awful. I am not going to be expecting our offensive line to be an elite unit this year by any stretch of that word. Matt Miller will be our starting left tackle at a 66 overall. Our left guard will be Connor Serra at a 71. Our center will be Mark Whitaker at a 62 overall. I tried to find someone else to play center there, and just no one else really can. I can't afford to move anyone else off the line. At right guard, we'll have Daryl Alvarez at a 69 overall, and then at right tackle, we will have James McBride at a 77. Along the defensive line, we did add a true freshman in Jason Newby. He is a 75 overall, and I think he is going to be a pretty big impact player for us. At right end, we will have Michael Starks. I know he's lined up as an outside linebacker, or it says he's an outside linebacker, but his block shedding is a little too good to pass up, and I really don't have anyone else to line up there. At defensive tackle, we have Jalen Shelley at a 70 overall, and then a transfer player in Paul Thomas. He's a redshirt freshman, a 56 overall. Don't expect him to show up a whole lot on the stat sheet. Now at left outside linebacker, we will line up Chris Scott. He is a 68 overall outside linebacker. At middle linebacker, we will obviously have Kellen Rice. And at right outside linebacker, that'll be Isaiah Sims coming back as a 75 overall. We sadly did not add any new corners in the offseason. If you did not watch the offseason video, the recruiting stage did not go exactly as I planned. But we will have Adrian Jordan as a 77, Brian Edwards as a 74, Rich Hall as a 69, Sean Smith as a 66, and then our number 5 corner will actually be our quarterback Curtis Burton. He is a 71 overall corner. We have another JUCO transfer here at free safety. That'll be Ed Edwards. He comes in as a 75 overall. Rich Hall will back him up, and then Curtis Burton will be the third string for free safety. And at strong safety, it'll be Rich Hall, Scott Flanagan, and then Curtis Burton. Our kicker and our punter will still be Sean Smith. That should not be a shock to anybody. He's really all we have on the roster for it. Wesley McKinney will also come back as our kick and our punt returner for this season. But now that we have all of that out of the way, let's go check out the top players on Memphis. Aside from their punter, who is a 95 overall, they have an 89 overall receiver, an 85 overall corner, an 85 overall quarterback, an 83 overall middle linebacker, and an 82 overall running back with 93 speed. Now, we have beaten Memphis in the past. If you've been following this series for a while, you know that our very first win came over a ranked Memphis team. When we were able to get a touchdown late in the game, we went for 2 and got the win. So Memphis might be looking for some revenge here. Our defense is going to get to take the field first here, so we will send this kick deep and get Season 4 officially underway. They will get to field this from about the 2-yard line. Dukes will bring it up. He's going to get across the 20, the 25, the 30, and he'll get brought down for a 30-yard return. Well, here's hoping the defense is a bit better than last season. From the 32-yard line, Scott will take the snap and look to pass. He steps up in the pocket. He's going to lob this one downfield, and we get an interception on the first defensive play of the season. Now Rich Hall to the outside. I tried to cut back, but we get a pick on the very first play. We take over at the 45-yard line of Memphis. Burton is back in shotgun. He'll take the snap. We'll run a play action. Now we'll throw this one downfield, and he has Josh Bain open for a 23-yard gain. Now South City comes back in shotgun. He'll take the snap, and we'll throw this one to the outside. That one's caught by McKinney, and he will fight his way down to about the 5-yard line, a gain of 17. Now, if you had to make me pick, I would say the right side of our offensive line is going to be a lot better this year, so that's where we're going to run this ball. On 1st and goal, handoff to Overrocker, who goes up the middle and will get brought down for a 3-yard carry. Now we come back in shotgun. Overrocker is still in the backfield. It'll be a read option, and Burton to the outside will get the first touchdown of the season for South City as we go up 7-0. A great start for the Triceratops. Well, a quick studio update. That would have been an interesting game to watch. Colorado State beats Colorado by a final score of 6-3. But now back to our game here as we will send this one deep as well. Let's see if he gets another solid return. He will get to field this one near the 4-yard line, and Dukes will once again bring it up across the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, and finally get brought down, a 32-yard return. They'll begin this drive at the 36-yard line. Scott comes back in shotgun here for Memphis. He'll take the snap and looks to pass again. He's going to try to run to the outside. He'll cut upfield, and he stiff arms one man and will get brought down for a 9-yard run. Now they come out in shotgun again at the 45-yard line. He'll take the snap, once again looks to pass. Throws this one over the middle, caught by his running back for the first down, a gain of 7. A 1st and 10 in South City territory now. He's back in shotgun again. Will be a play action, a quick throw caught by Douglas. He cuts upfield and has another first down. This one a 16-yard gain. A 1st and 10, now the SCU 32-yard line. It's a QB keeper, and he'll be hit immediately. Only a 1-yard play. Now on 2nd and 9, he'll take the snap, handoff to Miles, and he will be hit immediately for a loss of 1, even though it still says 3rd and 9. He comes back in shotgun for 3rd down. He'll take the snap and look to pass. He throws it underneath, caught by Douglas. He'll stiff arm one man and break another tackle, and they give him the first down. That gives them a new set of downs from the 22-yard line. Scott is back in shotgun. He'll take the snap and look to pass again. He's going to lob this one downfield. He's got a man caught by Stewart for a 19-yard gain. 1st and goal. They come out in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's under quick pressure, goes to the end zone, but finds his man. Touchdown, Memphis. They will tie this one up at 7. The Triceratops come out at about the 28-yard line to start their next drive. In pistol. It'll be a counter play out to Overrocker to the outside. He'll truck through one player and get brought down for a 9-yard gain. Now a 2nd and 1. Burton is back in shotgun. We'll drop back to pass. We're going to fire this one over the middle, and I tried to get that to our brand new receiver and throw our first pick of the season. That one was 100% on me. Now 1st and 10. He comes out in shotgun. And apparently Curtis Burton wants to get revenge. He is lined up at safety. It'll be a read option, and he will get brought down for a gain of 6 yards to bring up a 2nd and 4 for Memphis. They come out in shotgun for the very next play. It'll be a QB keeper to the outside. He has some pretty good blocking and the first down inside the 20 before he is finally caught for a gain of 18. Now 1st and 10 from the SCU 18-yard line. It's going to be an option play to the outside. He'll pitch it out to Miles, who gets to the edge, has the first down, and is forced out of bounds inside the 5. They come out in a goal line set for the very next play. Scott will take the snap, handoff to Miles, who gets to the edge, breaks that tackle, breaks another one, but will finally be brought down by Kellen Rice for a loss of 4. That will make it a 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line now. They are out in shotgun. He'll send Stewart in motion. He takes the snap. It's a handoff to Stewart, and he will get to the outside and get brought down for a loss of 1 by Isaiah Sims. Now a 3rd and goal. Scott comes back in shotgun. He'll take the snap and looks to pass. It's a screen to the outside, caught by Miles, but he'll be brought down for a 3-yard gain, and we will hold them to a field goal try. They would get called for a false start lining up for the field goal, but considering the starting field position, I am fine with a field goal on this drive. The kick is away, and that barely got in. They have a 3-point lead. All right, we need to take care of the ball this time. 1st and 10. Out in a 5-wide set. We'll take the snap and throw this one to the outside. That'll be caught by McKinney, who will break that tackle. Now Wesley McKinney into Memphis territory, brought down for a 30-yard gain. A 1-yard gain from Jack Overrocker on the next play brings up a 2nd and 9. Burton from under center will drop back to pass and roll it out to the left side. I don't want to risk a risky throw at all, but Burton will have the first down, and we will slide down after a huge run from our quarterback. That would take us into the second quarter, though, but now 1st and 10 from about the 20. We'll send Overrocker in motion, and we're going to throw this one downfield, caught by Tyler Anderson for his first career reception here for a gain of 13. Now a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. We'll take the snap, hand this one to Overrocker, and he will fight his way forward for a gain of 6 on this play. Now on a 2nd and goal, we come out in a goal line set. It'll be a toss play to the outside. Overrocker cuts back in and will not get into the end zone. A 1-yard gain. Another goal line set for South City here, and Burton will keep himself up the middle, but he won't get into the end zone. No gain on the play. You now kind of have to wonder what the game plan is here on 4th and goal, but we are going to go for it. Burton out of shotgun. It'll be a read option, and Curtis Burton into the end zone for the 2nd time today. We will take the lead 14-10. The kick return sets them up at about the 25-yard line. Scott comes out in shotgun for 1st and 10. It'll be a play up the middle, and the running back won't have any room. That's a loss of 1. Now on 2nd and 11, out of shotgun, they go right back 2 miles up the middle, and he's brought down for a 4-yard gain this time, setting up a 3rd and 7. They come out in shotgun. Can we force the 3 and out? He'll roll out to the left side. Under pressure, goes over the middle, and finds his man for the first down, a gain of 19. Obviously, that would keep their drive alive. Now Scott out of shotgun will drop back to pass, looking to roll out to the outside. There is no one on the right side of the field, and Scott will easily get the first down and then get brought down by his face mask by Rich Hall. The penalty moves them all the way up to the 19-yard line for a 1st and 10. Scott comes back in shotgun. They'll give this one to Miles to the outside, gets some solid blocking, and ends up with an 8-yard run. Now a 2nd and 2. He lines up in shotgun again. He'll take the snap and this time look to pass. Throws to the outside, caught by Nicholson, and he'll get brought down, but they give him the first. That sets up a 1st and goal. Now they come back in shotgun again. For 1st and goal, Scott will drop back to pass, a quick throw over the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown from Ray Stewart as Memphis will retake the lead. A not-so-great kick return sets us up at our own 19-yard line. In shotgun, we'll give it to Overrocker up the middle, and he will have a first down run for a gain of 11. Now on 1st and 10, Burton is back in shotgun. He'll drop back to pass. We're going to launch this one deep downfield for McKinney, who's in a foot race, and he is gone. Touchdown, South City, and just like that, we take the lead right back. They start their next drive at the 30-yard line. In shotgun, he'll take the snap and give it to Miles, who will bounce to the outside, break one tackle, and then get brought down for a 4-yard gain. That sets up a 2nd and 6 now. From shotgun, they go right back to Miles to the outside. He gets some good blocking and has the first down, a gain of 11. 1st and 10 with 2:40 to play in the half. It'll be an option play to the outside. He'll pitch it. That's going to count as a fumble, and Kellen Rice will dive on top of it. Not only did Rice get in the way of the pitch, he also recovered it. That sets us up at about the Memphis 39-yard line. Now out of shotgun, we give it to Overrocker, who has some solid blocking and will start this drive with an 8-yard run. Now we come out with 3 running backs in the backfield with Burton. We'll take the snap. It'll be an option play. A toss to the outside, and Overrocker will have the first down, get by another man, and get brought down to the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10. We come out with no one else in the backfield. Burton will take the snap and looks to pass, rolling to the outside, throwing on the run, and that'll be dropped by Watkins. That's our brand new receiver, and he couldn't haul it in. The drop brings up a 2nd and 10 with 1:23 to play here in the half. Burton will take the snap. It's a screen to the outside, caught by Overrocker, and he makes one man miss, but that is going to ultimately cost us a few yards. 3rd and 15. Now we come out in pistol with under a minute to play here in the half for a 3rd down. He'll take the snap. He's going to fire this one over the middle. That one's caught by Watkins. He held on to it for a 19-yard gain. Obviously letting the clock run down a little bit here on 1st and goal. We'll take the snap and give this one to Overrocker up the middle, and he won't get into the end zone. We will burn our first time out. That brings up a second and goal with 10 seconds to go here in the half. A handoff to Overrocker, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, South City. We will take a 2-score lead with 8 seconds to play in the half. On top of taking the lead, we also get the ball to start the second half. So from the 25-yard line, it'll be a read option handoff to Overrocker, and he will start this half with a 9-yard gain. That sets up a 2nd and 1 now. We go right back to Overrocker, who will have the first down and a lot more, gets a good block and is brought down for a 21-yard play into Memphis territory. Another first down and in shotgun, it'll be another handoff to Overrocker. He trucks through one player and will get brought down for a 4-yard gain this time. Overrocker still in the game for the second down. We'll take the snap, it'll be another handoff to him to the outside, and he will get brought down this time for no gain. Well, I guess he gained something because now it's 3rd and 5. We come back in shotgun for the 3rd down. He'll take the snap, and we're going to throw this one deep downfield. That's intended for Bain, and he is gone. From 41 yards out, we make it 35-17. They begin their next drive at the 27-yard line, down by 18. Scott out of shotgun will drop back to pass, and he's under pressure going downfield, and that's an interception for Kellen Rice. That's the 2nd pick by the South City defense today. Now a 1st and 10. From the 35-yard line, we'll give this handoff to Overrocker, and he will turn that into a 9 or an 8-yard gain actually. Brings up a 2nd and 2. We come back in shotgun. Overrocker is still in the backfield. It'll be a read option with a handoff to Overrocker for the first down, breaking tackles and finally brought down for a 20-yard run, and he has officially gone over 100 yards today. With Overrocker still in the game here on 1st and goal, he'll take the snap and give it to Overrocker up the middle, and that'll be a gain of 4 yards. That now brings up a 2nd and goal. Burton is lined up under center. He'll take the snap and look to pass. We're going to go to the end zone, and that's a touchdown to Wesley McKinney as we have quickly gotten this game out of hand. Now 42-17. They start their next drive at the 32-yard line. Scott will come out and look to pass. He's going to throw this one downfield to a wide open man caught by Foster, and he will get into South City territory, a gain of 19. A 3-yard pass on the next play would bring up a 2nd and 7 for Memphis now. Scott will take the snap. He's under pressure. It's a screen to the outside. It's caught by Miles, and Miles will run over Rich Hall and then get the first down, a 10-yard play. Now the SCU 35-yard line. He comes out in pistol. Scott will take the snap and look to pass. He fires over the middle. That's caught by Gibson. He is inside the 10 and finally brought down inside the 5. 1st and goal for the Tigers. They come out in shotgun for this play. Scott will drop back, and he's going to lob to the end zone, caught by Stewart, and Memphis has scored another touchdown. That makes it 42-24. However, if their defense cannot find a way to stop the South City offense, it really won't matter at all. 1st and 10 from the 25. It'll be a read option, and Burton will get hit in the backfield, a loss of 4. Now a 2nd and 14 for South City. Burton back in shotgun. Will drop back to pass. Roll out to the outside. Throw on the run, and that's going to miss his man. Now a 3rd down. Maybe they are going to get a stop on the South City offense. It's 3rd and 14. Burton will drop back to pass. And we're going to go downfield for a tight end, and that one's going to get intercepted, trying to force that into coverage. And now they have a decent return here, and he's finally brought down. Maybe Memphis isn't dead just yet. 1st and 10 from the 12. Handoff to the running back, and that's going to get a 1-yard gain thanks to Isaiah Sims. Now a 2nd and 9. He lines up in shotgun here. Miles is still the running back, but he'll drop back to pass this time. He fires downfield, and that man wasn't even turned around yet. 3rd down. Now a 3rd and 9. He lines up in shotgun. Scott will take the snap. He's firing this one to the end zone, and that is caught for an 11-yard touchdown. Now only an 11-point game. We come out of the 25-yard line to start the next drive. It'll be a handoff to Overrocker, and he will get brought down for a 2-yard carry. That run would take us into the final quarter of this game. It is a 2nd and 8. It'll be a counter play out to Overrocker to the outside. Tries to spin out a defender, will be brought down to bring up a 3rd and 5 now. We come out with a 5-wide set. Burton will take the snap and roll out to the outside. We're just going to take off with our quarterback here. He gets the first down and more, and we will slide down before getting leveled. A new set of downs now, and Burton is lined up under center. We will give this one to Overrocker to the outside. He jukes out one defender, breaks the tackle. Overrocker with the first down, and a lot more is finally tripped up near the 25-yard line. A 1st and 10 back in shotgun. We'll take the snap, another handoff to Overrocker to the outside, and he will spin out 2 defenders, and Overrocker will get brought down for a gain of 16 this time. It looks like Overrocker needed a breather because now backup running back Tyler Anderson has checked into the game. But it will be a read option. Burton to the outside. He cuts back in, and he will have his 3rd rushing touchdown today. They come out at about the 24-yard line, down by 18 yet again. Scott will drop back to pass. He's going to try to run and get sacked on the play, and that is going to be the true freshman Jason Newby. Now that brings up a 2nd and 16. Scott will drop back to pass. He's going to try to run again. He gets to the outside. He breaks a tackle from Curtis Burton, and then will fight his way forward for an 11-yard gain. Now a 3rd and 5. He'll take the snap and drop back to pass. He's going to lob this one downfield. That'll be dropped by his receiver. 4th and 5 now. Well, it looks like Memphis might be conceding this game away. It's an 18-point game with 4:36 to go, and they are lining up to punt this one deep, and McKinney will be back to return this. We're just going to call a fair catch so we have as long of a field as possible to run down the clock. Obviously, I could have gotten a return there, but we clearly don't need it. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. It'll be a handoff to Overrocker, who cuts back to the other side. He breaks that tackle and be brought down for a 5-yard gain. Now a 2nd and 5 for the offense. Overrocker is still in the backfield. We once again give it to him, and he will be brought down quickly this time. Sets up a 3rd and 3. Now we come back in shotgun one more time. Overrocker is still the running back. It'll be a read option. Burton will keep himself, and Burton will slide down after getting the first with 3:04 to play. Another 1st and 10, another shotgun formation, another handoff to Overrocker, and he will end up with the first down run, a gain of 11. Officially, if we get this first down, that'll be the end of the game. On 3rd and 2, out of shotgun, we'll give this one to Overrocker, and he will get brought down just inches shy. Now you may be asking yourself, why am I lined up to go for it on a 4th and inches? That's because Overrocker's only 2 yards away from 200 yards, and we will give it to Overrocker. He only gets a yard. I think he's going to end with 199 today. That is so close to being the first 200-yard rusher. And we looked absolutely dominant on offense today. Defense, we definitely need some improvement. It looks like this season we may have to implement the Lincoln Riley strategy of just score as many points as possible and hope your defense can come up with 1 or 2 stops. Final stats on the day for Curtis Burton. He goes 9 of 13 for 212 yards, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Both of those picks were incredibly my fault. Running the ball, Overrocker ends with 199 yards and a touchdown. He finally looked like the running back I know he can be today. And then Curtis Burton, 8 for 54 and 3 touchdowns on the ground. So Burton accounts for 6 total touchdowns today. Receiving, Wesley McKinney, 4 for 121 and 2 scores. Josh Bain, 2 for 64 and a touchdown. And then our new players, Adam Watkins got 1 for 19 and Anderson got 1 for 13. Leading the team in tackles is not really much of a shock. That's going to go to Kellen Rice. Tackles for loss goes to Isaiah Sims, and we only got 1 sack today, and it was the true freshman defensive end Jason Newby, and we got 2 interceptions, 1 from Kellen Rice and 1 from Rich Hall on the first play of the season. Quarterback Zach Scott from Memphis finishes 15 for 19, 166 yards, 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. On the ground, their running back ran for 4.3 yards a carry. And then receiving, no one really gashed us, I guess, but Stewart did catch 2 touchdowns, Douglas caught 1, and Pope caught 1. Well, we officially get our first win on the season, but now in week 2, we will get to travel to Houston and take on the Cougars in their season opener.